Well, as you can tell from the past positions down here, it's been up and now we're a little bit down. We were in first place briefly. It didn't last. I knew it wouldn't. We're currently in fourth place right now. We're tied for third on 34 points. Young Boys has a better goal differential than us. It's still a good season. I'm quite happy with how things are going. I think we have a really good shot of finishing probably second. Zurich's running away with the league, and I'll show you why in just a second. Jovanovic is still our top goal scorer, 13 goals, and has the highest rating. Schmidt and Dubasin both have 6 assists. Jovanovic and Guado each have 3 Player of the Match awards. Zaka has actually not gotten a yellow card or red card since the last time I recorded. Big thing that happened was, schedule-wise, I have to go back here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to say this game right here against Rakow was when Hitz broke his hand. And it wasn't one of those weird goalkeeper injuries that keeps happening lately, especially with FM24. Player literally kicked the ball, it hit him in the hand, and he kicked it away, and then the screen popped up saying he broke his hand. You know, which happens. I'm not going to moan about that in the least. I mean, I realize that there have been a lot of goalkeeper injuries this year, but this is one of the ones that you would kind of expect to happen from time to time, so I'm not upset by that. We last played Rakow. We beat Lugano 1-0 thanks to a Jovanovic goal in the 82nd minute. We were heading for a draw, and then Jovanovic scored. We beat Solothurn, who are a regional club, and they took us down to the wire. It took us clamping down on defense the last 30 minutes of the game to really put a stop to it. Sigua, who is a midfielder, a youth player, I kind of rotated the side for this one. Sigua scored in the first minute. Cade had 2 goals in 44 minutes. I thought we were doing well. Then Hunziker scored in the 53rd minute. Mass scored in the 59th minute. I brought on Zaka. I brought on Viega. You know, Cade came on because Gatto got injured in the 25th minute. He hurt his foot. Minor injury. He was out like a week, 10 days sort of thing. It wasn't a huge deal. And just, we eked out a win. You can look at the statistics from the game. The 24-8, the 6-3. Our XG was 2.67 versus 1.12. We had 8 off target. They had 2 clear-cut chances to our 1. We had a slightly better possession advantage. Other than that, we were fairly equal other than tackles 1. And we beat them on headers. We were just taller than them. But the fact of the matter is, until I went in and made those changes at the end of the game, it was really touch and go. And I'm not one for tinkering all too much. But yeah, that was a bit too close. That was too close for comfort. If we'd lost that, I'm not sure where we would stand with the club and the supporters, to be honest with you. And we turned around. We beat Servette 2-0 thanks to goals by Barry and Malone. We drew with Rakow in the group. And then Lausanne, we beat 2-1 thanks to a brace of goals by Barry. Jovanovic was out around this time as well. He had a leg issue. Wasn't anything too concerning, and I actually have a fairly deep squad. It's the quality after a certain point that I really start to question. Barry is a good young forward. The problem is, I don't think he's going to get much better than he is now. Jovanovic is probably maxed out where he is, and Barry is not as good as Jovanovic. So it's a step down. It's not a huge step down, but it's still a step down. And it's something we're trying to work our way around. We lost to Luzerne. It was just an absolute, this was a joke of a game. And they had a guy sent off in the 36th minute. You know, it was 2-1 when they had the guy sent off, and then Abu Bakr got 2 more goals. I mean, as you can see, 6-0, 6-0, 6-3, 6-6, 6-3. We just laid a stinker of a game. It was bound to happen sooner or later, and it happened. We drew with Bodo, thanks to a fry goal in the 76th minute. That put us second place on 8 points, so we are in the group of 16. I don't think the draw, oh, no, I don't believe the draw has happened for that yet. It was around Lausanne that we were in first place, and then we played Luzern and we lost. We played Zurich 2 games in a row, and they took 6 points from us. In the first game, they beat us 2-0. The second game, they beat us 1-0. And that was after they had a player sent off in the 25th minute. I don't know what the heck's going on. I went to attacking. I pushed my guys forward. They clamped down on defense. And we just could not get anything done. It was absolutely mind-numbingly frustrating. There were like no highlights the second half whatsoever. We beat St. Gallen 1-0 thanks to a Viega goal in the 45th minute. We're playing Maribor today. Yes, we've already clinched the group, but my philosophy is, at least on the channel in that, is that I try and play every foreign team that we're playing. It's going to be Maribor today. And then we'll take a look at a bit of the scouting. And I think I found an answer to my affiliates question the last time around. I'll see if I can't take care of some of that here in this episode. So what we have going on today is Hitz is back in goal. Schmidt, Barisic, Comas, and Rueg are the back four. Comas should probably be a defender. And then we have Fry and Kyneland as the midfield. Then we have Fry and Kyneland as the midfielders. Cade and Dubasin as the attacking mids. Jovanovic and Barry up top as the strikers. I'm playing a 4-2-4 today. The reason why is that my midfield depth is just not all that good. Hitz is coming back from injury. I think we'll be fine there. Something tells me we would have won a couple of those games we drew, and would have drew a couple of those games we lost if Hitz had been between the sticks. And that was a completely unintentional rhyme. I totally will try my best to avoid that in the future. So that's actually going to be solved in the January transfer window because I've already found a good young keeper to come in, but that will be in the next episode. I will say one thing. Egypt is really a nice park. I can't imagine how we managed to be in the hole for $6.75 million a year in rentals. Hits. Oh, we're backwards. Fry. Knocking it back and forth a little bit. We pressed up kind of high. Barisic to Schmidt. Cade. Cuts inside. Gets to Jovanovic. He breaks left. Drops it off to Schmidt. Schmidt moves forward. Back to Cade. Cade. Dispossessed by Zinman. Vlasic, loses the ball on an errant pass. Cade got between the defenders, has some help, and Jovanovic is there, his 14th goal of the season. He's a very good young striker. He's 24, so he will probably improve a little bit beyond where he is now. He's a good striker. He's never going to be elite, but for a team like us, where we are now, he's the right striker at the right time. Could have been me. I thought they were pressed higher up the field. They're really kind of playing a mid-block, aren't they? I don't know that we're going to get any other highlights. Ray's gassed already? Wow. Well, in his defense, he's 34 years old. We'll go a few more minutes. He should have recovered a little bit. Vlasic from just outside the box hits, gets a hand on, and I think he put it over the crossbar. Just this real quick. Barisic to Fry. Fry out to Cade. Cade feeds Jovanovic. He feeds it back to Cade. Cade, an errant pass to Zinic. Mitrovic to Repis. Zinic. Vlasic. Mitrovic. To Repis. Lorber to Antolin. He's got some room to run. Lobs it forward too far. Roeg, can he get it? He does. Gets it to Hitz. I'll be honest, a part of me was like, no, just now. Comas to Fry. Frey. Probably said it a million different ways. Dubasin to Barry. Barry, Jovanovic feeds Barry again. Barry puts it far post past Jug. Second goal of the game for us. Very nice ball movement there. A lot of very nice short passes, which I'm a huge fan of. Barry to Dubasin. Barry one taps over to Jovanovic, who feeds him again. Pulled the defender over to cover Jovanovic. Left Barry running wide open past his own defender. That was really nice. You give the defense too many options, and you let them make a mistake. Kyneland will get off for Viega. Schmidt, we will get off for Vogel. Fry, we will bring on Demir. Who's my other yellow card guy? Dubasin? Okay, we're going to switch Cade and Dubasin, and then Dubasin's going to come off, and Malone's going to come on. Can I make one more sub? Yeah, we'll bring on Van Bremen for Comas. Lord help us if we... I'm not saying it out loud. I'm not saying it out loud, because you know they're just listening. Demir, Barisic, drops it off to Van Bremen. We'll go back to Van Bremen. They're starting to press really hard, aren't they? Cade. Driving forward. Crosses it in. Can't get a foot on it. Malone's there, though, and he puts it far post. It's always nice to be the third option. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Cade comes up. Okay, I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Thought I slowed it down. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing, aren't I? Let's slow it down a little bit. So Cade driving forward. Crosses it. He was aiming for Jovanovic. Barry was there as well. Jovanovic couldn't get a foot on it. Almost looks like he wasn't pushed by Zinic, but something happened. They clashed. Malone is there. Jug came over and essentially looked like he was trying to protect himself. Ruppus driving forward. Holds it up. Gives the ball away. Barisic to Demir. Demir up into space. Oh, who was that? Who was that? Who? Viega wasn't paying attention, and they score. Oh, Viega had a nice pass, or Demir had a nice pass. It was just behind Viega. He didn't even look. He kept running. The ball went right behind him. That is... Yeah. Yeah, that's... Rueg taps up to Cade. Cade cuts it inside, gives the ball to Jovanovic. Jovanovic to Barry, got between the two defenders. Barry holds it up, gives it back to Viega. Viega to Cade, top the box, off the crossbar. Zinic recovers, bombs it down the field. Barisic is there to Vogel. Vogel back to Barisic. Barisic to Viega. One touches it, up into space. Malone centers it. Barry's there, but Jug is there with a nice save. Cade. Barry. Oh, nice. Well done. I do like the... I haven't fooled around with it that much, but I do like the new set piece creator. You know, you go in, you set your preferred list and everything like that, and then you don't have to worry about it. Even when you change instructions and so on and so forth. You know, it slots everybody in just nicely. Can't remember how many times in previous FMs I would throw a golden opportunity because I'd make a substitution and, you know, my 5'4" guy would suddenly be on the near post. Crossed in, knocked away by Rui. Cade. We have the advantage. Viega. It's 4-4. Jovanovic. Oh, and he scores. He may have been offsides there. He may have been offsides there. No, he was. The flag came up. Look at that. They got like three guys. They're two. Is it two defensive mids? No, they're defensive mid. They're two halfbacks. The two defensive mids and the two midfielders are right on top of each other. Corner kick. Cade. One more time. Mitrovic knocks it away. Demir back to Cade. Cade to Demir. Oh, that was a nice carom. Looked like Ivanovic got a foot or a head on it, but it went over the crossbar. And that is the game. A very nice game for us. 22 shots, 11 on target. There's 7-3, a 2.79 XG, 4 clear-cut chances. Ivanovic a goal, Barry a brace of goals, one of which off a set piece, and Malone a goal in the 65th minute. That was a very good win for us. What we like to see, 500,000 received. And where do we end up in the group? Yeah, 3 points behind Bodo Glimt. Maribor did not have the best tournament, did they? Neither did Lask, but Maribor was worse at -10. Flora Tallinn are a Lithuanian club? Estonian club. You got absolutely balked. But they come away with a little bit of money. Rartu Yerevan. That is Uzbekistan, isn't it? Armenia. Why did I say Uzbekistan? Djurgardens did not have a good tournament. Were there any of these that were competitive at all? Not really. Save the game here real quick. What I've started doing in the short lists is this. So everybody's on the default short list. Everybody is also in their region short list. If I have found a good player, such as Adiel Arago, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, he's already this good, 17, has an under 20 cap and an under 20 goal for Nigeria. I found him through the West African Scouting Recruitment Focus, which is why he has a $sign instead of the 3 asterisks. He had an A grade at the time I scouted him. He had a 5-star potential at the time I scouted him. That's down to 4.5. I'm still leaning towards 5. His only knock is that he's injury prone. It happens. If I do go to my recruitment focuses, this is South America. One recommendation, Diego Higuera, who came through on the ScreenFlow. 11 near matches, none of whom came through on the ScreenFlow, but are still probably worth looking into. I've scouted them now. It's like Santino Passini is from National. They got a good squad. Defensive center back. he's not showing up over here, which is also kind of another indicator. Like if he showed up at like 5th or 4th, then you know, maybe it's worth looking into. His technicals are really kind of letting him down here. His mentals are good, but they're not great. He could probably grow into it a little bit, but he's only got 4 or 5 more years to do that. But these are all really good players who aren't selected for national teams. They're good, but they're not good enough. Or the coach has so many options that he chooses to pick and choose. You know, Rudy Defer. He's not bad. His technicals are a little bit better. 4-star potential ability, 2-star current ability now. So the 16-year-old recruitment focus is you're probably not going to get a lot of those the first season. As a matter of fact, I think Artilo Villamayor is the only one who's shown up so far. He is 3.5 stars. So, and he also has a low determination. The low determination is an absolute killer for me. So, but Diatra and Yusuf showed up on the 18-year-old West African. Basel Montoure showed up. He's actually a fairly solid player, but there was something up with him. I don't remember what. We're scouting him. We'll get a report on him real quick. My German, Austrian, Swiss guys went through and found some nice players as well. So these are my 19-year-old near matches on South America. Again, some pretty good players. Gino Moloko is a goalkeeper from Cologne. 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability, but he's got some skills. His 2 stamina is an absolute killer, as is his being injury prone. And then we've got a bunch more here in the 18-year-olds that are in progress. Mirko Bruno, young defensive center back, 17 years old. It's a good starting point. He'll definitely be better than that, but again, injury prone and a lack of consistency. Let me take a look at Thiago Franco here real quick. Striker, not the fastest striker. 17 years old, he would need to get a lot quicker, if that makes sense. My Netherlands Belgium one is turning up some quality players. So far right now, Isaac Babadi is the guy. Jack of all trades, master of none on the offensive side of the pitch. So he's too expensive for us. Then my Polish, Russian, Ukraine one, I literally just started. So, I mean, budget-wise, we've got a little bit to work with. 258,000. That's going to go up come the January transfer window because I'm going to have some players leaving. I have sent some players, but we're going to talk about them in January. The other thing I want to go over right now is I asked around a little bit and have determined that I do not need all of these affiliates. Now, what I want to do is find some of the better ones. So we're canceling the link here. Semi-professional, we're going to cancel the link here. Cancel the link here. RSL, canceling the link. Youth recruitment, Drew, coaching, Augen, no. Belloc, nope. Beervist, nope. This is not letting me cancel the link. Why? Cancel the link. George wants outside. Let me come back here real quick. If their facilities were better, I might keep Black Stars. You know what? Let's see if we can negotiate the existing affiliation. Okay. And that's the other thing you run into. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel the link then. Gustavia. Cancel the link. I'm going to go through these until I actually find something that's worth talking about. Concordia, I'm not paying any money to, and I can send youth players to them. They got a good youth recruitment. They've got good junior coaching. They've got, you know, for the type of club they are, where they are, they're a pretty solid club. And I want to say they're local. So I have no problems keeping them on, especially as they are not costing us any money. And I can send out some of my more promising youngsters there without worrying about playing time and things like that, I believe. Mulhouse. Admittedly, I think a club with the name Frick is an absolute riot. Let me go to this one here real quick. This is the one that just absolutely boggles my mind. It's a mutually beneficial relationship with San Lorenzo, one of the better clubs in Argentina. I can't negotiate the existing affiliation. I can't cancel. I'm just going to cancel it. What's the point? If I'm not getting anything out of it, you know, it wouldn't let me negotiate on it. That's the other thing I'm not quite understanding. Like the Bilberest one here, I can't cancel the link. And I don't want to negotiate with it because they're an amateur club, and I, you know, don't want to send any of my youngsters to an amateur club by any stretch of the imagination. They're just not going to develop it all there. I mean, they'll get a little bit of playing time. That's probably about it. And honestly, chances are some of the youngsters I send to an amateur club, they're just going to be so dominant, it's not going to really help them in the long run anyways. I counted these up. I think I had like 44 of them at one point. It was something ridiculous. I'm not even halfway through and I'm only in the O's. Old boys, semi-professional. That's the other thing that's going to be annoying, is the board is already looking at us saying we don't need another affiliate. We have all these affiliates. So it's like, really, do we? Let me take care of that. Now, all the feedback I got said this isn't going to hurt us in the long run. The flip side to that is it may not help us in the short term either, especially if we have a board who is ambivalent about letting us have new affiliates anyways. Continue this here real quick and let George in. So, next episode, a little bit more of a gap. We are going to come back for the Young Boys game. We're tied with them currently right now. We're going to be battling them out for the rest of the season. It'll be February, near the end of the transfer window. We'll take a look at some of the players I've brought in, take a look at some of the newer ScreenFlow guys I've brought in. A lot of the overseas leagues in South America should be kicking off around then as well, as they end in December and then pick up again in January. So we shall see what happens. A good episode for us today. A really good win over against a solid Maribor club. No injuries. I'm quite happy with that. We're fighting. We're clawing. I'd like to finish in second place, but if we finish third or fourth, I'm okay with that too. The goal is fourth place or higher. So far, so good. But, you know, it's Football Manager. The ball's round. Anything could happen. So let's stick around, find out what does happen. If you have liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM24. I thank you very much for watching.